Creating your own cloud solution is very simple when you use OwnCloud. OwnCloud is a free script that you can use to create your own cloud solution, and it can run on regular servers, and you can also run it in your home on a spare computer. Now, the thing is that as of version 8.0, OwnCloud stopped supporting Windows, so you can't install it natively on Windows. However, they did create a simple solution so you can still run it on Windows, and that's by using a virtual box. And it works very well. The virtual box can also be used on any other type of system like Linux and OS X. So it's universal, it'll work everywhere. Of course, if you're using a Linux, you can install it the manual way and not have to use a virtual box. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to be installing it in a virtual box on a Windows machine. So it'll work exactly the same if you're using a Linux machine or OS X. So I'm going to show you how to do that. We'll set up the virtual machine to get things going. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go and modify our computer so that you can access it from anywhere on the internet. I'll also show you how you can get your app, and then you can use that to access your personal cloud as well. You can also give access to other people. So if you have family members and you're going to want to let them use your cloud, you can set them up as well with a different user level other than admin, and then they can use the cloud too. So it's all controlled by you and all stored on your own hardware. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go to download OwnCloud. Now we're not going to want the Enterprise Edition. We are going to be using the Server Edition. So if we go here where it says Products and then OwnCloud Server or Enterprise Edition. Okay, and then if you roll down here, you can see the different versions. And like I say, we're not going to use Enterprise. You can read about all what it does here. But let's go and download it. So we're going to download OwnCloud Server. Okay, now come over here and click download. And then you'll see the different types in here. So we have an archive file, a web installer, packages, and we have appliances. And this is what we want to download is the appliance. Okay, so then you can come down here and you can download the zip file. And I've already downloaded it, but you can download it and then you're going to need to unzip it. Now the next thing we need to do is go and download VirtualBox. Okay, so VirtualBox is very simple to install, just like on any other program in Windows or whatever you're using. So in my case, I'm going to be downloading the x86 AMD 64 version here for Windows, but as you see, you can use OS X and Linux and Solaris hosts as well for VirtualBox. So just download the proper file there, and then just go ahead and install it. You can just take all the defaults on the install, so it's just a matter of opening up and clicking next, next, and next until it's all installed. Okay, so once it's open, this is what you're going to see. Now what you want to do is import the appliance that you unzipped. So just go here and go File, and then you want to import appliances or appliance. And then you want to go to where it is here. So just click on this and navigate to it. Okay, so here's the unzip file. So just click on that and open. Now click next here. Now it brings up the resources that it's going to use. So you can change these. I've done some experimenting here, and it doesn't need this much memory. If you have a system with a low memory on it, 4 gig or under, you're not going to want to give it 2048 here. So double click on that and then change this to 512. And that's all it needs, and it still runs perfectly fine. Okay, and then you have your network adapter here and your storage controller, and then you can put the virtual disk image wherever you like it to be. So I put it on my F drive, which is an external large drive. Okay, now we just click import, and it'll bring up another window here and it'll start importing it. Okay, so we can see now that the virtual machine is installed here. It didn't really take all that long. It depends on how powerful your machine is as to how long that'll take. Now you'll see your different parameters over here. So we got our 512 megabytes of memory and our location. And then the general parameters of the virtual machine are there, and that was all supplied by OwnCloud, so we don't have to do anything as far as modifications or doing anything with file permissions or anything like that is concerned. Now, I should mention it makes little sense to put this on your main computer. I'm doing this on my main computer so that I can show you how to do it. But a better idea, if you have an old computer laying around or a computer you don't use much, to use that computer for your cloud host. And then you can put your stuff on it and have it accessible all the time, which makes a lot more sense than having cloud computing on the computer you have all your files on anyway. Okay, so at this point, we're all ready to launch this and start setting up. And we're going to do that in the next video.